make a book, an ABC book that used Japanese words and translated them into English. So Chocho means butterfly in Japanese.
First day of rehearsal, we sat down.
So my friend and I drew all these pictures and we wrote all these words. So A is for atama, which means head. So if you have a headache, you could say, oh, atama itai. Budo is grapes.
I like grapes.
Yeah, I like grapes too.
Is,
Chocho is for what?
Butterfly.
Yep.
This has like...
is
And
there...
D is the Japanese word denwa, which means phone.
Is it okay if we ask you to hold here? If we restart, I'll ask you to hold up. Is it hard to hold up the book while we do it? Okay.
E is for what? Ebi?
Shrimp.
Shrimp.
I'm allergic to shrimp.
Are you? So is Grandpa Jack. Grandpa Pete. He ate shrimp and he got very sick and had to go to the hospital.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's what we said. F is for fune, which is a boat. G is for gakko, which means school. So when you leave for school in the morning, you could tell your mom, I'm going to gakko.
Okay.
H is for hana, which means flower. Did you know that there are two words? The Japanese word for hana is flower, but it's also your nose. So if somebody says, touch your hana, you touch your nose. Itai, you know what that means?
Sore.
Yeah, so if you ever hurt yourself or fall down and you get a sore, you say, itai. It hurts. You know what, sometimes when your dad was the real little and he'd fall down, he'd go, itai, itai. He'd say, I hurt myself. Jidosha. What is the jidosha?
I know.
It's
car.
It's a car.
It's a car.
A casa is an
Umbrella.
umbrella. How cool is that? Oh, I skipped one here. Remon.
Lemon.
Yeah, it's a lemon. In Japanese, there is no word for lemon, so they just call it remon. Remon. And megane is glasses.
Okay.
N is for ningyo, which is a doll. O is for odori, which means to
Yes.
Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's dancing with two fans in her hand. And P is for pan, which means bread.
That's also the word for it in other languages like Spanish.
Yeah, and when they make breadcrumbs in Japan, they call them panko. Because the word for Japanese word for bread is pan. Oh, a queen. Her name, and it's called Jo.
Okay.
R is ringo for apples.
Oh.
Do you know, I used to have a brother, his name was Ricky, but we called him Ringo because his cheeks were red like apples.
We once had, remember when we went to that apple tasting place at that one place?
Kiyokawa Farms. Sakana is a fish. When you if you ever go to the pet store and you go look at the fish, you could say, I'm gonna go up look at the sakana.
Okay.
And what's that?
An egg.
An egg. And well, how do you say it, do you think? Tamago.
Okay.
Do you know in Japanese you say every single syllable? Tamago. Like your name is Sasaki. You know, I had friends who couldn't say Sasaki, so they called me Sasky. U is for one of my favorite things. What is it?
Noodles.
Ooh, noodles. I love udon. Do you like udon?
Yeah, I like it.
And vase is a cabin. Some people might say it looks like cabin, but it's actually cabin. Vase.
It is similar.
Mm-hmm.
It's one letter away, and if you say it wrong, it's like the word.
Uh-huh. Wata is cotton.
Why does it have a...
Because
why is it
sometimes
like a medical
cotton
thing?
comes in a big box, and you can
Medical
put it on.
supplies?
Yeah, medical supplies. X-ray is rentogen. Rentogen.
As you can see, the fish has been eaten.
Yeah, he ate the fish.
Remember that fish? It's
So-
back, but this time it's in the fish's stomach.
Yep.
I
And
mean,
the kitty
cat's
probably
stomach.
complained that he had a stomach ache, so they did an X-ray, and
And
they
they needed to
they
do
say,
surgery.
"I see the problem.
I see the problem. You ate the bones.
Yeah, you ate the whole fish. Y-U-B-Wa is a ring. Z is for Zori,
Sandals.
sandals. Do you have any sandals?
Yes.
Can you wear this kind of sandal?
I'm not sure.
You
I
put
guess
this on your big toe, and the rest of you. In Japan, instead of shoes, they always wore, look, sandals.
Okay.
And that's the end. And that's the symbol for USA Kids. Your dad was part of USA Kids because the person who wrote the book with me, her name is Frances Ueda and Jeannie Sasaki. That's me.
Oh.
So our kids were called the USA Kids, the Ueda Sasaki Kids.
Can you tell us more history? Maybe read the front part. There's there's a whole, this page there. Why it's
I'll
written.
read this. Okay, it says, for several generations, Japanese Americans have enjoyed the custom and language of both Japan and America. However, with each new generation, it seems the appreciation of Japanese language and culture has faded. With this in mind, we have written this book for our own children and hope that they, and others as well, will find it interesting and enjoyable to introduction to spoken Japanese. It should be noted that there are no Japanese words beginning with L, Q, V, or X to represent a complete alphabet. English words with Japanese translations have been used for these letters.
Very good. Nicely read.
Can you show the
I
book
like it.
again? Just the front.
Chocho is for butterfly.
Oh, nice! It makes a full picture when you do this.